Tell me about jet engines.
A jet engine is a reaction engine discharging a fast-moving jet that generates thrust by jet propulsion in accordance with Newton's laws of motion. This broad definition of jet engines includes turbojets, turbofans, rockets, ramjets, and pulse jets. In general, jet engines are combustion engines, but non-combusting forms also exist. In common parlance, the term jet engine loosely refers to an internal combustion air-breathing jet engine, a duct engine. These typically consist of an engine with a rotary rotating air compressor powered by a turbine called a Brayton cycle, with the leftover power providing thrust via a propelling nozzle. Jet aircraft use these types of engines for long-distance travel. Early jet aircraft used turbojet engines which were relatively inefficient for subsonic flight. Modern subsonic jet aircraft usually use high-bypass turbofan engines. These engines offer high speed and greater fuel efficiency than piston and propeller air engines over long distances.
Tell me about turbojets.
The turbojet is an air-breathing jet engine, usually used in aircraft. It consists of a gas turbine with a propelling nozzle. The gas turbine has an air inlet, a compressor, a combustion chamber, and a turbine that drives the compressor. The compressed air from the compressor is heated by the fuel in the combustion chamber and then allowed to expand through the turbine. The turbine exhaust is then expanded in the propelling nozzle, where it is accelerated to high speed to provide thrust. Two engineers, Frank Whittle in the United Kingdom and Hans von Owen in Germany, developed the concept independently into practical engines during the late 1930s. Turbojets have been replaced in slower aircraft by turboprops which use less fuel. At medium speeds, where the propeller is no longer efficient, turboprops have been replaced by turbofans. The turbofan is quieter and uses less fuel than the turbojet. Turbojets are still common in medium-range cruise missiles, due to their high exhaust speed, small frontal area, and relative simplicity. The jet engine is only efficient at high vehicle speeds, which limits their usefulness apart from aircraft. Turbojet engines have been used in isolated cases to power vehicles other than aircraft, typically for attempts on land speed records. Where vehicles are turbine-powered, this is more commonly by use of a turboshaft engine, a development of the gas turbine engine where an additional turbine is used to drive a rotating output shaft. These are common in helicopters and hovercraft. Turbojets have also been used experimentally to clear snow from switches in rail yards.
Tell me about ramjets.
7,350 km per hour. Ramjets can be particularly useful in applications requiring a small and simple mechanism for high-speed use, such as missiles. Weapon designers are looking to use ramjet technology in artillery shells to give added range.
Tell me about nuclear fusion.
In nuclear physics, nuclear fusion is a nuclear reaction in which two or more atomic nuclei come very close and then collide at a very high speed and join to form a new type of atomic nucleus. During this process, matter is not conserved because some of the matter of the fusing nuclei is converted to photons, energy. Fusion is the process that powers active or main sequence stars.
Tell me about inertial electrostatic confinement.
Inertial electrostatic confinement is a set of devices that use an electric field to heat ions to fusion conditions.
Tell me about beam targeted fusion.
If the energy to initiate the reaction comes from the accelerating one of the nuclei, the process is called beam target fusion. Accelerator-based light ion fusion is a technique using particle accelerators to achieve particle kinetic energies sufficient to induce light ion fusion reactions.
Tell me the latest NASA report about Mars.
Operators of NASA Mars Exploration Rover Opportunity plan to drive the rover into a valley this month where Opportunity will be active through the long-lived rover's 7th Martian winter, examining outcrops that contain clay minerals. Opportunity resumed driving on June 27 after about 3 weeks of reduced activity around Mars' solar conjunction, when the Sun's position between Earth and Mars disrupts communication. The rover is operating in a mode that does not store any science data overnight. It transmits the data the same day they're collected. The rover is working about a half a football field length away from entering the west end of Marathon Valley, a notch in the raised rim of Endeavour Crater, which is about 14 miles, 22 kilometers, in diameter. Opportunity landed on Mars in 2004 and has been studying the rim of Endeavour since 2011.